Everything you ride, drive, skate, or scroll past today runs on a 6,000-year-old idea that nobody can take credit for. No name, no patent, no founder. Just one object so good we literally used "don't reinvent the wheel" as an insult. So who actually made it? And why did it take humans way longer than you think? Here's the part that breaks people's brains. We had boats, we had farming, we were building the pyramids without wheels, by the way, before the wheel went mainstream. Sewing needles, 40,000 years old. The wheel, barely 6,000. So this wasn't some caveman moment with a guy chiseling a stone circle. By the time the wheel showed up, humans were already kind of advanced. The wheel was late to the party. So, why so late? Because a wheel by itself is useless. A disc that rolls is just a donut. The real invention is the wheel and axle working together. The wheel has to spin freely around a rod that stays still. Get that gap even slightly wrong and the whole thing locks up or wobbles off. You need precise tools, hard wood, and the patience to carve a near-perfect circle with no machines. Most archaeologists think it was so tricky it was probably only invented once, then spread everywhere from there. Okay, best guess for where it started? Not a farm, a mine. Around 3900 BCE, copper miners in the Carpathian Mountains, think modern-day Eastern Europe, were hauling ore through tight, narrow tunnels. A new 2024 study ran the actual physics and found the cramped mine was basically a pressure cooker for invention. Tight space plus heavy loads, plus needing to move them on repeat equals the perfect reason to put logs, then rollers, then actual wheels under a cart. Necessity didn't just help, it engineered the wheel. So what are the receipts, you may be asking? The oldest known image of a wheeled cart? It was scratched onto a clay pot from Poland, the Bronicy pot, around 3500 BCE. What's the oldest actual wheel we've ever dug up? I'll leave the name on the screen so you guys can figure it out. It was found in a swamp in Slovenia in 2002, dated to about 3150 BCE. Still in one piece with its axle. Meanwhile, over in Mesopotamia, they'd been using the wheel sideways for years, as a potter's wheel to spin clay. Before anyone bolted it to a cart, the wheel made bulls before it made wagons. Now here's a wild one. Ancient civilizations in the Americas. They figured out the wheel, and basically didn't use it. Archaeologists found Aztec toys, little animal figures on 4 working wheels. So they got the concept, they just didn't have the horses or oxen to pull big carts. And their terrain was rough mountains and jungle. No animals to pull, nowhere smooth to roll. So the wheel stayed a toy, proof that an invention is only as powerful as what is around it. Once it caught on, the wheel didn't stop. Solid wood discs got spokes around 2000 BCE. Lighter, faster. Hello, chariots. Then came gears, water wheels, spilling wheels, then ball bearings in 1869 that made everything smoother. And the wheel's secret family? Propellers, jet engines, turbines, hard drives. That circle spinning on an axis idea is hiding inside almost every machine you've ever touched. One shape, endless remixes. So the wheel has no inventor. Showed up late, was probably born in a mine, and is secretly inside your phone. Not bad for a glorified donut. Next time someone says, "don't reinvent the wheel," remind them it took 34,000 years after the needle to even build the first one. If your brain just did a little spin, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.